Hi, I am Lee Keckner. Welcome to day number 7 of Relationships. It's Your Fault. Oh, wait. If you would please join me in 3 grounding breaths. Uncross your legs, put your feet on the floor, and just feel how supported you are by the earth without having to do a thing. And we just have this oxygen available to keep us alive and vivacious. So join me as we suck in that oxygen through our nose and out through our mouth. Go in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. A final breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. All right, you guys, so this is kind of a new format that I have not done before. Whose fault is it anyway? Don't pick up a mirror, Diogo. So today we're going to do question and answer, or I like to call it grab ass. So it's not super structured like normal with a message, but if you guys have anything that you're going through with any relationship in your life, any questions or struggles or something you want more of or anything like that, I would invite you today to type it in now, and then we can discuss it and have a little question and answer live session. And what I might do, hi Brandy, what I might do is I'm going to read a little something, and you guys can think if there's anything that you have a question about or you want to ask something, and we can have a little talk about it. Diogo wrote, whose fault is it anyway? We could start with that. I do think that everything shows up in our life, Diogo, to teach us. And so when we are triggered or we get pissed off, that's about us and us. So somebody touched something that connected to an old feeling or an old hurt that got us really riled up. So that is not the other person's fault. It's for us to go within and see where we're hurting and work on ourselves. I've just ended a negative relationship and I feel so light and free. Fantastic, Monik. So is everyone doing pretty good, or does anyone have any questions or anything they want to talk about or get a perspective on? Anyone? Hi, Elizabeth. Nice to see you. Okay, I'm going to just read something here from, I'm waiting for anyone to type in any questions or anything that they want to discuss that they're going through. But I'm going to read a little passage from this, Marianne Williamson's book. And I like this because this week is all about our primary relationship, which is ourself. And at the core of us is love. She says, I greet all whom I meet today with love, with the love of God. It can be a kind smile, an understanding pause, a touch of a hand that makes all the difference in how someone's day unfolds. I wish to be a conduit of love for those I meet, that I might know a softer way of being and a deeper sense of peace. Let me remember today that all of us are in need of love, both those who make it obvious and those who make it easy to forget. Whether showing their love or hiding it, my brothers are, as I am, in need of understanding. May I be someone who understands. May my selfish nature melt away, dear God, and compassion come to take its place. May everyone I meet or think of today be blessed by the love I send their way. I will receive as I decide to give, and today I choose to give love. So that's just a little something to gnaw on today. Let me see. I've learned to let go. Things happen for us. Yes, life is happening for you, not to you. This time with my mom has been challenging and serious triggers are coming up. Cynthia, do you want to share more about those triggers so we can talk about them? Or moms are the best people to trigger us, by the way. I think moms are our greatest spiritual teachers. We want to blame everything on them, but really they have showed up or have shown up to teach us, right? And to trigger us. So they kind of set us up with the stuff we're going to have to work through, and then they poke at it and reignite it. And I think what's important is, Cynthia, especially as you are caring for your mother, is that you care for yourself first. Yeah. So Cynthia just said that she's not feeling like she's not enough, and her mother has been ill and she's been kind of taking care of her, and Cynthia's feeling like she's not enough, and kind of the woman that she probably thinks helped set that story up in her is her mother. So it's so interesting when we work with our parents. Something that I love to think about is that when we were a child, we were a victim of our circumstance. We are no longer victims as adults. So what we can do is take the old hurts, and now, healing is applying loving to the places that hurt inside. So Cynthia, you can go to that younger you where maybe you didn't have your needs met or you didn't feel like you mattered, and you can go hold that part of you, and you can love yourself there, and you can say, I've got you, and you're okay. It's really neat to heal the old stories as an adult because we're no longer a victim of them, of our circumstance. We can make new choices. And it's a beautiful time too with your mother, as you heal and as you soften with yourself, it will naturally happen with your mother. You will soften with your mother and be more tender. It just goes hand in hand like that. What do you feel could be a good way to avoid bottling up feelings or emotions? What a great question, Melody. What do you feel could be a good way? I would say don't put the emotion or the feeling down the neck of the bottle. So I think the more we can be present and feel like when we feel like we've been stabbed or we can't catch our breath or we're pissed, sometimes I'll be talking to someone and I'll start feeling tense as I'm talking to them. And I'm like, I'm starting to get pissed off. And I go, okay, where is that in my body? What is this triggering in me? Because everything is reflecting something for us to learn or work on for ourselves. So I think the things about feelings that are amazing is to actually feel the feelings. Feel it. If you're upset, cry. If you're having a hard time, voice it. Give it a voice. Listen to yourself. Check in with yourself. I think the more feelings are interesting because they are not who we are. They're just thoughts that come up, and they're usually triggered by an old hurt. So this thought comes up like this, and we could look at it, and if we wanted to, we could cry, or we could scream, or hit a pillow, or whatever it is to let that thought or let that feeling be heard, right? We don't have to go fight with people, but we can let it or cry or feel the emotion, or you could just see the thought like you're going to become the awareness, your true self, your soul, your observer, Melody. You'll step back and look at the thought going, oh, how interesting. There's that old thought that hijacks me. Normally, I jump on it, ride, and get depressed and, go down here and cry. But today, I'm just going to see it and let it pass by. I'm not going to get my fingernails in there and ride that thought, because I think we have like 80,000 thoughts a day that just happens in our crazy brains. And so often people are run by those thoughts, but they're not real. They're just supporting old hurts and stories. So it's literally like going, I am not my thoughts. No, you're not your thoughts. So just let it pass, Melody, or feel it and cry. What do you do if you always come second in your relationship, never first? And you've asked, see, it says see more, but it won't let me see more. Just from what I just saw, Dustin, of what you wrote, what do you do if you always come in second in your relationship? Something that's so important to realize, you guys, is that we tell people how to treat us. If we are feeling bad about ourselves and we have this kind of energy, we will attract someone who will treat us badly. If you feel good and you're taking care of yourself, Dustin, and you're putting yourself first, you don't need anyone to put you first. And the more you take care and fill you up, the happier you are, and the more you're opening, the more attractive you are to your partner. So I think anytime we look outside of ourselves for validation, for connection, for happiness, we're going to be disappointed because people cannot fill what we need, and they're not mind readers. I would say if you're in a relationship, you can say, hey, person I'm in a relationship with, I sure would like some more attention. I sure would like, could I hold your hand? There's that book, The 5 Languages of Love. Some people like touch and some people like gifts. It's like we're wired differently. It's finding out what yours is and sharing that with the person that you love, right? Because they aren't mind readers. And if we need them to be something and we're not being clear with it, then we are setting it up for failure. they can't read our minds, and they can't fulfill us. We have to fulfill ourselves. That's why these first 7 days were all about here. How we are in relation with ourselves shows how we are in relation with others. So maybe you could look at, do I put myself first? Do I take care of myself first? Am I checking in with myself? Am I being gentle with myself when I'm hurting? When a negative thought comes, am I flipping it to something positive and taking a positive action? Or am I saying, there I am, I suck again, I don't matter? Let's see, Roz, I love you, Kim. Somebody asked me how I felt and I was very confused. I did not want it to be followed by a negative. I can't read the whole comment. I don't know why my phone won't let me, but Melody, I want to say something that's so interesting is when people say, how are you? We all become robots. Like we drive the same way to work, we eat the same things, we have the same thoughts. I am now pausing before I answer the question, and I answer all honestly. And remember that everything is good and nothing is good or bad. It's what we attach to it. So when people say, how are you? I'm like, I'm tired today. I'm going through a tough time. And I really answer it, because being honest isn't being negative unless you go like this, oh my God, everything sucks and it's another bad day and I'm tired again. I can't believe that person's doing this. Then that's negative. But if you say, thank you for asking. I'm actually having a really rough go. And then we open ourselves up to being vulnerable. That person feels connected to us because we're not just throwing out some cliche bullshit that we all do. I'm great, thanks, how are you? And really, we're all struggling and hurting and happy. You know, we've got a lot going on all the time. So I think, don't be confused. Just check in with yourself. Remember, before you get out of bed, Melody, check in with yourself. Where am I today? And then meet yourself right there, and then you can answer from that knowing that you already know from checking in. Or I woke up a little blue, but I'm tweaking it, that kind of thing. Ooh, hello, Leah, Shauna, Scott Nixon's fiance. Oh, yay, absolutely. You're amazing. Let's see, hi everyone, sending you all. I'm seeing if there's any more questions. So right, it took me over 30 years to learn that. I'm trying to teach my daughter that because, I couldn't read what that said. I have to get it on my computer next time. Okay, then I'm gonna do something else, you guys. Everyone think of a question. I have these cards that someone gave me, and I rarely use them, and I thought since we're having a grab-ass day of question and answers, everybody think of a question, and then I'm gonna pull a card and read the meaning, and we'll see if it applies to what you're going through or what you're thinking. Oh, I feel like a gypsy. Not a gypsy, but a fortune teller, right? Because that's kind of what this woman looks like. Okay, so think of a question, you guys, and I'm gonna pick a card. Well, this one's kind of jumping out at me. And let me read the card. I've never pulled this one before. No. No. Let me see what no says. No. It's a no with a, okay. The response to your inquiry is a firm no. You needn't worry though, as you will see why this was the perfect answer as time goes by. How often do we ask a question of something that we want, or we go for a job, or we go for a person, or we go for something we want and the door closes and we hear the answer no, and it feels derailing, right? But that is one of those things that I'm starting to realize, like when I'm hurting, that I'm starting to learn and open more, right? It's beautiful. And no, you're not gonna get what you asked for. Or maybe you are in a different way. You know what I mean? So it's just, I just like even being in gratitude for no, for the question. I'm kind of happy I didn't ask a question though, because I would have been like, am I gonna write my book and it's gonna be bestseller? But I forgot to ask before I pulled. No. Okay, let me see if there's any other questions. How do you know when it's time to let go? What an interesting question, Monique. I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to, a person? You know it's time to let go. It's literally, I think you can close your eyes and put your hand on your heart. What I love is that we have every answer inside of us for our entire life. Our greatest guide, our greatest wisdom, direct connection to God is inside of our body. So quiet your mind and ask and listen to what you hear. Also, I think when I think of letting go, when I have a cup that says, let that shit go, letting go, even hearing your question makes me visualize kind of a light being and then something pulling down at it and it's feeling heavy. If something's feeling heavy, it might be time to cut it and let it fall aside. But I think that you have the answer. That's what I love is like, if I seek a lot of times outside of myself. What do you think I should do? What should I do? Should I try this? Should I write this? And I'm like, I'm being a crazy person. I need to close my eyes and connect with myself. But then I'm like this, it's so much work to do that. I just want someone to tell me. In general, sometimes we stay in a place where we should stay only because we're fearful. Oh, then move, girl. Walk forward. Always walk into fear, the good fear. Absolutely. Staying in the same place is a slow death. We are not here to be comfortable. We are here to live outside of our comfort zones. So push yourself, get your stomach nervous like you're going to throw up, scared, and then do it anyway. That's where we learn our power, and that's where we learn, I want to say, the balls that we have. Yeah, don't sit down and don't push yourself. I think no helps us to set boundaries for ourselves. Yes, no does help. And sometimes no's with doors getting shut are the most beautiful guides to get us on the path we're supposed to get. Okay, you guys, that sounded bad. Didn't mean to. Oh no, you're so cute. Are there any other questions, you guys? I'm gonna read this, and then if anyone else has, I'm gonna wind down here with my favorite Marianne Williamson quote. It's so powerful. I love this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about people shrinking so other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us, not just in some of us, but it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Let's liberate ourselves today. Let's be gentle with ourselves today. I'm going to make sure there's no more questions. Don't settle. You deserve to be happy. Right on. Sometimes a no opens a door. Go get him, Lee. Love you. Love that quote. You are a powerful creator. Okay, you guys. I think my quote today is, the more I know, the more I grow. The more I feel, the more I heal. Let those feelings up and out of your body. You are not your feelings, and they're just passing things that if you jump on and ride, it's going to kick you in the ass. Dear God, thank you for this time today. Thank you that we get to have a quick pause in our day to remember ourselves and to connect with like-minded people. Raise us up and allow us to be the human beings you created us to be. Amen. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Today was grab ass. I just want to see. Oh no, I'm not going to see. I don't know if tomorrow's the guided meditation or not. I don't know. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow on day number 8. Thank you for joining me. Love yourself. You are worth it and you're beautiful. And what the hell? I love you. Bye.